Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to your May 2020 reading. In the description box or the comment section, you will see a timestamp of your sign. And I suggest looking at your sun sign and your rising sign. You can look at your moon sign as well. All right, let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to start with Leo. Leo. And of course, if you're not Leo, Sun, Moon, or Rising, or Venus, go ahead and find your timestamp to your sign. Leo, welcome to May. My goodness, it has been quite the past few months. Quite hectic. Okay, so our first card out, Leo, we have Seven of Cups. So, we all know what this means. Decisions. We are making decisions based off of emotions, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. So it looks like someone from your past, you just made a decision about them, and we have the High Priestess card out here, so you guys are looking absolutely beautiful. You just made a decision based off of emotion in a positive way. It had a positive outcome. So I'm very happy about that. And you didn't make your decision based off of fear or insecurity, which I know, Leo, I'm a Leo moon, so I understand those types of snap decisions that we make emotionally, especially when it comes to relationships and things that make us feel a certain way, make us feel like maybe we're not good enough, or we're in some sort of competition with ourselves and we're trying to make it this whole, I don't know. We just, it's that perfectionism thing. So we have the World here coming out. I'm very happy to see this, Leo. Leo, you guys have been coming full circle in your karmic energy. You're getting your positive karma, and it feels good. You deserve it. And you finally realize that you deserve it. And you're taking full advantage of it and feeling healthy and good, and there's a lot of good things coming your way. So I do see whatever decision you made emotionally that led you to a higher realm of intellectual ability, emotional intelligence, and freedom. It just feels right. It just feels good. You guys just feel like this is where you're meant to be right now. And everything else will unfold as it does, as life does, during this whole crisis situation that we're in. It feels as though you have lifted through that, and you are now at a higher state of consciousness. You're more aware of what you want and how to get it. You no longer take crap, and you don't make excuses anymore, and that's really awesome to see. It makes me so happy that you guys are coming into your own. The World, this is the World card. It's coming, everything that you have hoped and desired and wanted to accomplish, you're getting that right now. Yes, Four of Swords. So you guys are fully appreciative of your alone time and your time that you were forced to have to reflect on your relationships and what those mean to you and which ones you which ones are important to you and which ones you needed to get rid of. You know, those people, certain people in your life, you got rid of for a reason, a very good reason. And there's no need for them to slip back in, because this healthy decision that you made based off of emotion, yes, it's not in it wasn't an overthought decision. It wasn't an analytical decision, you know. It was an emotional decision, and you made the right one. So that's good to see. Healthy, very healthy. Okay, I'm gonna pull an oracle animal card. Leo. Your oracle animal card is the Raven. So it is magic, coincidence, and synchronistic events. So everything is coming to you in a very synchronized and powerful, majestical, beautiful way. And I think you've really come into your own with the meditations and the alone time to reflect. And you look really good. You just, yeah, it just looks good. And also the Raven card is 10. So when you see 10s, just pay attention to those. Those are a sign from the universe that you're on the right path. All right. Closing up. Moving on to Cancer. Hello, Cancer. All right, let's get started. Cancer, Cancer, Cancer. What's up for you guys? What is up in May? Knight of Swords. All right, running towards something. Running towards something very exciting. Something you've been wanting to do and something you've been wanting to accomplish, or running away from something that no longer serves you. So we have the Knight of Swords. We have the Devil card. Let's see what's coming out for you. You could also have Capricorn energy coming out here if you guys are dealing with a Capricorn. The Magician. Okay, so Cancer. Running away from this energy, which is something holding you down, holding you back, making you feel insecure, hopeless, just this overwhelming, daunting energy. And then what sparked this for me is when the Magician popped out. It's not that you didn't know you were being tricked, right? Like, you kind of knew you were being bamboozled. It's just you needed to know how to get out of it, how to get away. You know, how do you escape this type of trickery and the lies and the deceit and the conquest to control you and control your emotions. It's very tricky because these people, or this person that you have been dealing with, whatever sign it is very good at it. They're very, very good at, oh, my Siri popped up. They're very good at having a mask of a facade of deceit, and they're very good at showing you the pretend side of them, the false self, the part that wines and dines and is very good at manipulating, and they talk you into things, and then all of a sudden you're being held down by this devil-like energy, which just shows you how powerful it is, because when you're chained down to something and you have no freedom and you're being tricked and tortured in a way, it's, you know, you lose hope. And hope is the only thing that we really have that can set us free. And I think, I'm going to reshuffle those. And I think what's happening here is that you're running away from that, but you're also running towards something very positive. And I see these two cards are coming out here. So you guys have been you guys need to get away from this situation, whatever it is. It seems like with the relationships that you have been dealing with, or this specific relationship has been causing so much anxiety, so much depression, so much of losing yourself and sleepless nights and tension and torture. It feels like the escape is long overdue. And this person was very good at manipulation, but not even just manipulation, like manipulating your emotions, yes, but also getting everything they want out of you. It could have been mentally, it could be emotionally, physically, whatever it is. It's just, you know, there's a lot of things you're getting away from here with this person. Okay. Six of Pentacles. So you were giving to this person, and now it's time to receive positive things in your life, and really sort of go into that next step of instead of asking yourself, why did this happen to me? We go into the step now of, what is this trying to teach me? What was this person in my life teaching me, in a sense? I know it's a hard thing to ask yourself, especially when you're so hurt and drained, and you know, you're hurt, you're drained, you feel like the soul was sucked out of you. It's that kind of feeling. But also, this person that you're dealing with, they know what it takes to reel you back in. And they know the right words to say, the right actions to make, in order for you to do what they need you to do. And I think the biggest lesson here is that asking yourself, do I deserve this? No, obviously not. So if you don't deserve it, and you know what their tricks are, they've figured out what they say to you, what they need to say to you. So you have figured out their tricks right back. You have maybe chose to engage with them multiple times throughout the stint of this relationship, and choosing to disengage from them, choosing to run away, walk away from them, is your biggest opening, your biggest blessing, your biggest sign of hope and freedom that there is. And I think during this whole crisis situation that we're in, and being forced to really reflect on ourselves and our relationships, you have made that decision. I'm hesitant to say that. You've made that decision to run away from them and run towards something positive, but you're also still, there's a little hesitation here. There's a little bit like, the cycle continuing, because maybe there's some self-sabotage here. And it looks like the way that you've been dealing with this is maybe sort of getting addicted to that feeling of being wanted or needed, but in a toxic way. So it's time for you to walk away from this situation for good, completely, no contact, not even nothing, zero contact, because they are no good for you. That is what this is showing me. It's time to get good, light, positive feelings back into your life and feel what that feels like. But you have to know you deserve it. All right, I'm going to pull an oracle card, a animal card. The Swan, transformation. Yes. Okay. Transformation and trusting the psychic gifts. Number 12. So when you see the number 12, that could be a sign from the universe that you are headed in the right direction, or it's to take a look and reflect where you are right at that moment and make a decision. Is this the place I need to be right now for my own mental health and beautiful transformation and transition into the highest good for yourself? You have to deserve it. You have to want it badly enough and feel that you deserve it. No more self-sabotage. Beautiful swans. All right, moving on. We're going to Virgo. Virgo. All right, Virgo. What's coming out for May for Virgo? We have the first card out is Four of Pentacles. Let's get a clarifier card out here. What's going on? Virgo and 10 of Pentacles. Ooh, look at the growth here. Finding your footing, the foundation of where you're at in life, and making the choice to invest in certain things instead of grabbing onto certain things and white knuckling them. Instead of trying to control everything, maybe we are letting some things go by investing in certain things and then allowing that growth to blossom into beautiful, gorgeous, elevated, lovely things. And these could be physical things, or these could be emotional things. But it looks like you're working on your foundations here. I'm going to pull some more. But Virgo, yes, okay. So trying to find the temperance and the balance of what to let go of and what to try to control. But it's not your fault that you guys like things to be a certain way. That's, it's part of the Virgo-ness. But also, if you're working on doing this for someone else, making the investment for someone else, taking someone else's emotions or money or whatever it is, taking on someone else's stuff and then burying it and watching it grow, that could be one of your biggest and best lessons for May. By you doing it for someone else, it teaches you how to do it for yourself, if that makes sense. I don't know if it made sense, but we're working on temperance here. So you guys may have a Sagittarius energy in your life, and if you do, there's some Taurus energy here too. But if you do, it looks like you're working on allowing them to... You're allowing them to give you something in order to watch it grow together. So you are in control of this situation. You are making the decisions. But you're being careful. And there is an emotional aspect to all of this. So by you hopping in the boat, going from rocky waters to smooth waters, you should be asking yourself, am I seeing clearly? Or am I blinded by my analytical thought here? So as we see in this boat, there's swords blocking his view. So what are we not seeing here? What is blocking the third eye? What is it that we're not seeing? And if we're not seeing the outcome, that's okay. If we're not seeing this outcome, this Ten of Pentacles beautiful outcome, that's okay. As long as we're seeing what's right in front of us at the moment, that's all we can control and that's all we can do right now. There's a lesson in temperance, but there's also a lesson in you doing something for someone else and having that grow and be a beautiful lesson for yourself in self-care and self-awareness and letting go of control. But I do see you financially doing something for someone else, and maybe not even financially, it could be physically or emotionally, taking on something from someone else and then planting that seed and watching it grow together. But you do have this balance that you need to work on, right? There's the 1 foot in, 1 foot out dynamic that, it shows that there needs to be a decision that needs to be made. And it looks like you're working on that. As long as you know that you can't always see what's coming and you can't always control the outcome. As long as you try and you plant that seed, right? And try to let go of some control a little bit, then this person you're helping will really appreciate it. I think they'll really love it. Okay, I'm gonna pull a Oracle animal card for you. Virgo. The bee. Yes. See? Nothing to worry about. Luck and industriousness and sweet victory. So the bee here is showing that you have some luck on your side. And I know this from the 10 of Pentacles, but for some reason you're like not believing it. You're like 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Like, I don't know if I should do this, blah, 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 blah. You should do it. The bee is showing that you have the luck, you have the victory at the end of the long journey that you have ahead of you. And also, the bee is number 16. So if you see 16 or 1s and 6s, that can provide you some guidance, and you can ask yourself in those moments, am I on the right path? Am I doing the right thing? How do I feel right now? And that can be some helpful guidance for you guys if you'd like. Okay. I got lost there for a minute. Thank you, Virgo. All right, let's go to Aries. Hello, Aries. Fiery Aries. Lilith, Goddess of War. All right. Aries. Aries, Aries, Aries. What's coming up for May for Aries? Okay, so first card out. 8 of Pentacles. Working on something here. 2 of Wands. Oh. Extending our worldview on something. Stepping out of our comfort zone. Culturally, maybe. Working on one thing at a time. Yes, Wheel of Fortune. So you guys are looking really healthy for May. The project that you've been working on looks like it's going to succeed, or the multiple projects you've been working on, those are going to be successful, but you do have to work on focusing on one thing at a time. That will allow you to extend your longevity of success. And provided that you have the Wheel of Fortune here, there's no need to worry. There's no benefit of worrying. And it looks like there's some peace within your relationships as well. There's some joy back into it, and there's some connection. There's some soulmate type of love energy going on, but there's also like understanding with communication, and maybe you guys were miscommunicating at a certain point, or you might be miscommunicating in May at a certain point, but overall it looks like the connection is very strong for you and your relationships. And working on getting to the Wheel of Fortune, working on that luck type of situation when you want to have everything aligned and benefit you in your favor and have the highest level of abundance that you possibly want to achieve. You put all those things in one basket and you kind of like jumble it all up, and sometimes that's good, but other times it doesn't really work, because if you're, you have to not half-ass everything, because nothing will get completed and you'll be disappointed because you started all these things and then didn't finish them, and then they didn't grow into their fullest level of abundance and wealth that they possibly could. So putting your mind at ease, focusing on one thing at a time, will allow that growth to happen. And especially if you're working on something new that you haven't really done before, or you're working on something for someone else that may cause some pressure, there's a spark of creativity that you may have based on your relationships right now. And I think that's a really good thing to focus on, because when you get that spark of creativity and you get that really good idea, I know it's hard to just drop something and never finish it. I understand that feeling, because you are passionate about that just as you are passionate about the new idea. But as soon as you wrap up something and finish that thing, you'll be able to dedicate all of your time to something that is really meaningful and soulful. Justice came out because I wanted to clarify our card for this. So the Justice card is coming out, this Libra energy. It's coming out, well, there's also some Taurus and Virgo energy here, but coming into feeling balanced emotionally, financially, physically, all these things, just ask yourself kind of what am I missing? And in that you will find the answer for which project will fulfill your soul to the Wheel of Fortune abundant energy that you're looking for. The Justice card also shows that you are receiving justice for something that, some wrongdoing that was done to you or someone you were in a relationship with. You're receiving justice this month. You're seeing why this thing happened. There's an answer for you this month. So look for that. Pay attention to that. And there's so many beautiful things here that are coming out that you'll just have to wait and see. They're hard to describe because they have to do with your emotional and spiritual state. But I'm very happy to see you'll receive justice for some wrongdoing, and this could be financial or emotional, but you're getting justice. Okay, I'm pulling an oracle animal card for you. The owl, deception and wisdom. So, like I was just talking about, whatever you were wronged, however you were wronged, you're getting justice for that this month. And you're getting that payback that you desired. And it might not be like so dramatic as payback, but you're seeing the rewards of something that caused you stress or money loss or insecurity. But the owl is coming out, deception, wisdom. So look at how you were deceived and you have gained wisdom from that. Also, the number 13 is here. So if you see 1s and 3s or 13, that shows that you are going in the right direction, you're on the right path. And also it's a time to ask yourself when you see 1s, 3s, or 13s, ask yourself, how am I feeling right now? Am I doing the right thing? Is this what I want to be doing? And you'll get that answer. And the universe it has your back, Aries. I don't know what else to say. You guys are awesome. All right, moving on to Pisces. Pisces. What's up for Pisces in May? The Hierophant. Okay. Guide me, Hierophant. Pisces, Pisces, Pisces. Six of Cups. Okay. So let's see and Page of Cups. Okay, so we have something to get started here. Hello, Jagger wants to say hi, Pisces. So the Hierophant and Six of Cups, first cards out, followed by the Page of Cups. I want to talk about some childhood stuff, and it looks like emotionally we should dig into what was causing this certain level of pain that we were feeling. Why did we feel this so strong? Why was it so hurtful what this person did to us, whatever they did. This Page of Cups shows some emotional immaturity. So someone that was lacking emotional maturity has ultimately taught you a very important lesson. And in this teaching moment, I mean, it's upsetting that it had to be taught this way, but I think your inner child was very hurt by this person and something that they said or did to you. It seems like they weren't necessarily on your side. They didn't have your best interest at heart. And they also just didn't really know what they were doing. They were just kind of young or, not really all there and emotionally. And it seems like you needed to learn this lesson, but there's this dichotomy of the inner child and the Hierophant, the teacher, coming out. So Pisces, when you have someone talk to you in a very disrespectful way or twist your words or emotionally make you uncomfortable, it sets a large fire under your bum to figure out why and to dig into it and to intuitively figure out why this thing this person said caused you so much pain. I think it's also, you're working on your natural intuitive gifts, and in order to help other people, you have to help yourself first. And there's a big lesson in this because you are helping other people. You need to help other people. So this person taught you something in a very treacherous way, so you could feel it, so that when you're helping someone else, you understand how they felt or feel. Does that make any sense? Yes. Okay, sorry. I'm just like, there's a lot of energy. But you Pisces already know all this, so I don't even need to really explain it. It's just what the cards are coming out to be right now, so don't attack me. But it's like, I know you already know all this, and I know you want an answer, you want a definite answer, but that's coming this month. Strength and 8 of Cups. So you are possibly emotionally distancing yourself from this person, walking away from this person, which is really healthy. And even if you're not physically getting away from them, you're emotionally distancing yourself, which is showing how powerful that this hold that they had on you was. And it just feels like the games, it's just like they're just playing games and they don't really care, and they're just kind of like watching it like it's reality TV. It's upsetting. But you do have the Strength card coming out here, so there is Leo energy, there's Taurus energy, but you are finding that inner strength, that box of inner strength. And when you reach into that box inside of yourself, you can decide, when to pull it out and when to not, and when to show your strength and when to not. And it's like, a lot of people don't have that ability, to reach inside and make a decision. Am I going to show my strength right now, or am I going to come back to it later? And there's sort of a emotional manipulation that happens, because if someone does something to you emotionally and they hurt you, you can reach deep down inside instantly and decide to pull out, standing up for yourself, or you can pull out, I'm going to let this go for now, and then come back around and teach them a lesson later. So that's kind of where we're at right now. We're working on teaching that person a lesson, but also it's teaching you a lesson. When you emotionally distance yourself from somebody, you ultimately win. You've won. There's no need for revenge or toxic arguing and all that kind of stuff. So, you know, do some inner child work if you'd like, if you're into that sort of thing. I think that would be healthy right now for you, and to really understand why this person hurt you so badly, why it triggered you in that way. Ask your inner child that. And you know, really it's showing your ability to grow and to have your inner strength come out from all of this, and to teach you a lesson of how to handle it so you can then help someone else and know exactly how they're feeling when you come to a point of having to help them. So I know it might not make sense right now, but it will eventually. All right, I'm gonna pull an oracle animal card. Ah, the serpent. Knowledge and healing. Yeah, just take a moment. The serpent, knowledge and healing, number 23. You also have 8s coming out here a lot. So if you see 8 or 23, that could be a sign from the universe that you are going in the right direction, or you're learning the lesson that you need to learn right now. And also just stop and ask yourself, how am I feeling right now? Am I going in the right direction when you see those numbers? Okay, serpent, knowledge and healing. So yes, exactly, summing up this whole reading for you, Pisces. You're gaining that knowledge for the sake of healing and helping others. So it's like, duh, you don't need me here. You know, I don't even need to explain anything. I should just show the cards and not even talk. All right, Pisces. Beautiful. Wrapping up, Pisces. Moving on to Taurus. Taurus, I'm going to shuffle. Taurus. Taurus, welcome to your May 2020 reading. What's coming out for you, Taurus? Oh, the Death card. Yes, we are transitioning into a rebirth here, Taurus. Let's see. Wow, we're really stepping up our game here. Page of Swords. So you're taking something that no longer serves you, and you're getting rid of it, and you're coming into a new, fantastic, beautiful rebirth. Queen of Pentacles, Page of Swords, and the Death card. So, wow, look at this. Ah, and the High Priestess. Beautiful. So you're learning a massive lesson here, and you're coming into a brand new state of consciousness and being, and you're only at the very beginning stages of this. So this Death card could be a relationship or a person that no longer serves you and doesn't yield your highest good. And I think I'm being careful because there's certain Taurus energy that doesn't like to be told bluntly, certain things when it comes to relationships and how they deal with them, but I'm going to try to be careful here. So Page of Swords is coming out because there's an intellectual growth that needs to be had when we are dealing with relationships and the way that people treat us. So Taurus, you are learning what feeds your soul and what makes you happy. And those things were not being given to you by a certain person. And we need to drop certain relationships as we move through May. And we're having a death of certain relationships so we can have a rebirth of new ones. Actually, a rebirth of a relationship with ourselves. This is what this is showing here. So having, hi Jagger, you want to say hi? Yes, Jagger wants to say hi to Taurus. Okay, so there's a spiritual and emotional and intellectual growth happening this month. And there's a very vital and passionate and sensual energy that you are giving off. And so if a certain person is trying to bring you down, you have to dismiss them from your life so you can ascend and grow. So that is part of the death and then part of the rebirth, but also not just getting rid of certain relationships and certain people, but getting rid of certain habits. Taurus, there's certain habits that we need to cut out in order to feel our best and reap the rewards of the fruits of life. And I think there's some comedy in that because I know you guys love your, you love your things. You value your things, but you also value your lessons. And there's a really exciting thing happening this month for you. There's financial gain, but there's also some spiritual and emotional gain that you're getting from dismissing a certain person in your life and dismissing certain habits. And there's a growth in the crown chakra and the way that your brain works, because intellectually sometimes you can be blocked if you're feeling certain negative emotions all the time, clearly. But it's time for you to engage with your throne and allow your intuition and your fruits of your labor to come into fruition. And really trust yourself and allow yourself that period of growth. Looks good, Taurus. There's a death and a rebirth happening here. Something very exciting coming this month. Could be financially, but definitely spiritually and intellectually. There's a certain project that will boost your overall state of consciousness here. Money looks good. All right. I'm pulling an oracle animal card here. Ah, the horse. Beautiful. So your animal for this month is the horse, accepting help from another and delegating authority. So as you are busy working your way through this month and working on your projects, allow yourself to delegate certain tasks so you're not so overwhelmed, because you are dealing with a death and a rebirth. So it's okay to ask for help, and it's okay to ask people to do certain things for you. So self-care is important here. And also 26 is the number of the horse. So if you see 2s, 6s, or 26, just know that you are on the right path. You're on the right track. And also it's a time to stop and ask yourself, am I doing the right thing? How am I feeling right now when you see those numbers this month? Okay, cool. Closing up Taurus, and we're going into Gemini. 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 Gemini, we have King of Pentacles, 6 of Swords, Gemini, 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 and we have Queen of Swords here. So starting off really hot. And the Chariot. All right, cool. So that's enough to get started here. But Gemini, I just want to say, you guys haven't been really easy to read lately. You're kind of hiding out in in a very smart way. You guys really are like, I don't want to be read, I don't want to be looked at, I don't want to be talked to. Like, there's a lot of that going on for May. But and there is Libra and Aquarius energy in here as well, also Taurus and Virgo and Capricorn energy, but first of all, and Cancer energy. But I want to talk about the King of Pentacles here, because I don't think this is you this month. I think this is a person that you are dealing with. The King of Pentacles, this masculine energy, it could also be a female, but it is masculine energy coming out. So if you're dealing with someone like this, there's sort of a blinded aspect that you are dealing with. You've been blinded by them in a certain way. You only are seeing what you want to see, maybe not seeing the reality. And this is why you don't want to be read right now, because you know this and you don't you don't want to be told. But you are working your way through this. To the other side, you have hopped in your chariot and you've decided to transition and possibly make decisions on how to deal with this person. Because if you're starting to see the light and you're starting to actually see what's going on, you're seeing reality, which the Queen of Swords does that. When you can intellectually and analytically digest what's happening, there's possibly it's going to come to a head, and you guys are going to find yourselves at a crossroads, or a, sort of a head-to-head battle maybe, where it doesn't need to be arguing, but it could be something that is very heavily communicated with one another, because I see there's not so much in the negative way, but there's something that needs to be worked out, because you were only seeing what you chose to see. But this person, now that they're being seen, now that you see them, they may not like that, and they might argue with you a little bit about that. But as long as you have made the decision, which I think you have, to confront them and make the changes and go in the direction that you feel comfortable going in when you're confronting them, then it's all good. There's no need to stress or worry about it. But Also, if this person is not respecting you and not allowing you to express yourself in the way that you want or the way that you need, then it's time to maybe have a different approach, or not put so much energy into them, because they are taking up a lot of your energy, this person, whoever they are. But also, you don't want to be read, so I'm just gonna, like, you don't want to be looked at right now. Maybe some of you do, but the majority of you just, like, are kind of like, leave me alone. And that's fine. I'm gonna pull a Oracle Animal card here for you, Gemini. The cow. Nourishment, abundance, asking and receiving. So, nourishment, abundance. So when you're asking, when you're talking to this person and confronting them or coming to a head with them, ask yourself, is this nourishing my soul? Is this person nourishing my soul? Is it worth asking them for something? Is it worth my energy? Because when it comes down to it, you're in control of your own path and your own destiny, and you can choose if you want to take the harder road or the easier road, because it's all going to lead to the same thing. But nourish yourself. Okay, sorry, Gemini, my camera stopped, so I had to get up and fix that. So as I was saying with the cow and nourishment and abundance, there's asking yourself, is this person nourishing your soul? And the cow is 20, so if you see 20, then it is a sign, possibly from the universe, that you are in the right direction or you are on the right path. But also, it's a time to ask yourself, how am I feeling right now? And am I doing right now what is for my highest good? So don't be afraid to ask for help, and don't be afraid to confront that person. It'll be good. It'll be okay. All right, closing up. Gemini, we're going into Scorpio. Okay, Scorpio. 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 What's happening, Scorpio, in May? Oh, the Hierophant. Okay. Popular card here. And the King of Pentacles. And the World. What else do we have? Scorpio. Looks like there's... Oh, yes. Okay, so 3 of Cups here. Looks like there's a lesson in receiving. And the 10 of Cups. Beautiful. So, let's digest this here, shall we? The Hierophant and the King of Pentacles in the World is showing me that you are having sort of a big lesson in receiving and acceptance, and what is for your highest good, and allowing that in. And I see that you are actually doing a lot better than you think you are. It's like there's this weird thing your brain does where you're like, when everything is going well, but you still find the one thing that is off or wrong, and then you focus on that. And, we all do that at certain points, but it looks like there's a big lesson in accepting and receiving here. And with the 3 of Cups and the 10 of Cups, I am getting a sort of a joyful, blissful, emotionally satisfied energy coming out for May. And it looks like you're reconnecting to certain people or certain things that you may have been neglecting for a while, and not by the fault of yours, but just because of life. So there's a time for family celebration and connection to your emotional well-being and what you love and what you want to do, and really enjoying and receiving. And the lesson in enjoyment and receiving is quite a tricky one, because you have to feel worthy. And with the World card out here, it's showing me that you are coming to the point where you are finally feeling that you deserve all these beautiful things in your life, and you're finally feeling like there's rainbows, there's rainbows at the end of the pots of gold at the end of the rainbow, light at the end of the tunnel, however you want to say it. There's a lesson in emotional satisfaction and also financial satisfaction, and feeling not so much stressed, not having to do 100 million things at once, and allowing yourself to return to a place of where you feel comfortable, but also not comfortable in the lazy way, but comfortable in the growth way, if that makes any sense. You're comfortable in your own growth. You're comfortable in your own ability to have this lesson of bliss. And it's nice to feel comfortable with happiness, isn't it? Yeah, I think so. And it's so beautiful. You have the World, so it's like all the karmic energy that you've been putting out, all the positive things that you've been putting out, but also putting into yourself, it's all coming back, and you're getting what you deserve, and you're finally feeling like you know how to celebrate little victories, and you know how to make yourself, not always be so hard on yourself, but also ask yourself, like, am I doing too much right now? Am I overexerting myself for no reason, just because, maybe you feel like you haven't done 12,000 things, and so feeling inadequate? Maybe you're working on not feeling inadequate and being happy with what you've accomplished, which is amazing, because I know that's hard for a lot of you, is to just be happy with the things that you have done, because you do a lot. And reconnecting with the beautiful parts of yourself. I like it. I think it's awesome. And I think you guys are headed towards a beautiful family dynamic. Working on those relationships this month. Okay, I'm pulling an Oracle animal card for you. Scorpio, the deer, gentleness and diplomacy. So the deer, gentle. Yes, you're being gentle with yourself again. You're being diplomatic. Yes, the gentle deer, I always feel, is such a beautiful card to get. And because you guys don't always come across as gentle beings, right? There's a lot of stigma around Scorpios and how scary or, sting, it's like all Scorpios are always having that like scary, devilish, like, oh no, like it's a Scorpio type of vibe. But there is a gentleness about you. It's in there somewhere. There's a gentleness to you that doesn't mean that you don't have strength. It just means that there's a gentle part of you that wants to come out sometimes, and it's okay to show that. And there's a beautiful part of you that appreciates that and that wants that side to come out with certain people, not with everyone. And also the deer is 22. So if you see 2s or 22s, that is showing you that you are on the right path. It's also a time to ask yourself, when you see those numbers, 2s and 22s, how am I feeling? Am I doing the right thing right now? Am I on the right path? And it's a little bit of guidance for you guys this month. But overall, very exciting cards, very good cards, happy, emotionally happy, which is exciting. And you're getting to relax into yourself a little bit and be okay with that. And it's good to see. Scorpios. All right, moving on to Aquarius. Aquarius May. Okay, so first card out, 3 of Swords. Let's see what's going on, Aquarius. This could be a really raw, intense reading. I don't know what's going on, Aquarius. Let's see what's up here for May. All right, what kind of energy do we have? Okay, so Aquarius, we have the 3 of Swords, the Devil card, the High Priestess, and the King of Swords. So, quite the output here. Let's dig into it, shall we? Okay, so what I'm getting from this is, first, our King of Swords energy. It's our masculine intellectual energy that we have as Aquarius. Emotionally, this could be a sort of a wavy month for us, and I want to point out the High Priestess here, because I know we are working on clearing our heads, and we're clearing up certain things that we have questions for. We could get some disappointing news as the month unfolds, but it doesn't look like anything that's life-changing. It just looks like something that might be a little bit disappointing to us. And whatever is holding us back emotionally here, there is something that is stunting our emotional growth, and it seems like we're... Hang on. It seems like we're actually coming into opening up emotionally, because the emotional growth has been stunted because we've been hurt by something. But it looks like this month we're actually opening up a little bit. Page of Swords. So I know we're scared, right? We're scared to open up, but it could be for... yeah, it could be for the highest good here. So Ace of Pentacles and Page of Swords. I was asking for clarifiers here for the Devil and the 3 of Swords, because Aquarius, it looks like someone has most likely disappointed you in a way of no return, because we're very good at getting rid of the people that hurt us. We're very good at closing the door and tossing away the key. But also there's a very positive thing coming out of this, because in order for us to allow this new foundation in our lives, there's a new building that needs to be built, but we haven't built the foundation yet. So in order to do that, and we have to intellectually build that foundation because we are Aquarius, so we have to do everything up here. First, we have to learn that lesson of the emotional disappointment. And I think it's more of a disappointment rather than a treacherous, sort of dramatic situation. It might just be something that we thought was going to be, but it's just not. Not working out the way we thought it was. But it could also be it could also be us causing this, right? It could also be us causing this emotional pain to someone else. Unfortunately, it just seems like if that is the case, then we are also learning from that how to give something else so we can make up for that. So it looks like we're trying to give something intellectually or physically because we cannot give emotionally to this person or to this thing. So instead of giving emotionally, we are giving physically or intellectually our time. Yes, in replacement of the emotional situation, emotional feelings, blah, blah, blah. So the High Priestess is also coming out because we're opening our crown chakra more, and we're getting rid of that fog, and we're getting more clear, because we need that third eye and then that crown in order to do the work that we do. And I'm seeing here in the cards, they're showing me that there's a lot of seriousness going on. So it's not a lot of fun and games this month. It's kind of a lot of big lessons in emotional disappointments, but then intellectual and physical and monetary growth. So we're losing something, but we're also gaining something. And I don't have all the answers right now. So it seems like the best thing to do for us is to, if we are causing this pain, then maybe just take a step back and look at why maybe we're doing that, and look at how to mend it if we can. If we're disappointing someone emotionally. But if we're the ones getting emotionally disappointed, then I don't think anyone can really say anything to us that will make it better. So I don't really know if my advice is helpful at all, because we're kind of just going to have to roll with it. Either way, we just kind of have to deal with it head on. And but good news is, spiritually and intellectually and financially, we're doing okay. We're doing pretty good. Emotionally, that's a whole other situation that I could dig into deeper, but don't have time for that right now. Okay, I'm gonna pull an Oracle animal card here for us Aquarius. Oh, Aquarius. Ah, the Wasp. Anger, retaliation, and jealousy. So, yes, we could be causing someone some great anger or some retaliation, some jealousy. 21 is also the number of the Wasp. So if we see 21, we're going to ask ourselves, are we doing the right thing? How am I feeling right now? Are we going in the right direction? 21 could be the number that we see when we make a change. So the Wasp, yes. So I'm just so I don't want to dig into it because there's not enough time, but we are possibly causing someone some anger, some jealous. There's something going on where someone is either jealous of the Aquarius or they're angry at the Aquarius, and it's coming out in a way that is unhealthy. But also we could end up being angry at someone this month emotionally, and that could cause a whole thing of wanting to retaliate. So just kind of be careful this month, but spiritually and emotionally and intellectually, or sorry, not emotionally, spiritually, financially, and intellectually, we are soaring. So yeah, that's just kind of how it is. All right. That's it, Aquarius. Moving on. Sagittarius. Okay, Sagittarius. So let's get this going. Sagittarius, May. Beginning of spring here. All right, we have 5 of Wands as the first card. Ouch. Sagittarius, fire energy coming at you already. Yeah, and the 6 of Wands coming out, victory. So this conflict resolution that we're trying to figure out, okay? And then 10 of Pentacles, so a beautiful family dynamic, a gathering. What else? And Page of Swords. So we have intellectual growth and we have temperance. So here you are, Sagittarius, in your own reading. So here we are. There's a conflict. There is something that will be resolved when it comes to communication and a passionate type of dynamic that you have with someone. And there is light at the end of the tunnel. There's the Page of Swords here, so we have some growth intellectually that we're doing. And there are some new ideas that spark into your head of how to resolve this conflict. And could be a conflict with one person or multiple people, or a communication issue that you've been having. And 10 of Pentacles is coming out to show that there is a beautiful gathering of the things that are most important to you. So as we have, you know, the grandparents and the parents and the puppies and the children and all these things, there's a great reunion, and there's a lesson in what is most important to you as you're coming out in your own reading. You also have Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini energy in here. There's also other fire energy, of course, but you're working on your temperance, you're working on your balance, and the Lover's card is also coming out. So yes, another Gemini card, but also, you know, in this time, you've asked yourself what is most important to you, and you've decided that it is probably, you know, family and friends and all these things, and which of those family and friends or relationships are important to you. And you've taken the opportunity to dissect what is most important to you and what you're going to put your time into. And there is a resolution. There is the right words that you are going to say to the person that is going to have this beautiful outcome. And the Lovers and the Fool card is coming out. So after this time, after May, it seems like you're going to jump into some type of relationship that may or may not be for your highest good, but it is something to jumpstart your search for what's most important to you, and that is somewhat of a family dynamic. And if you don't already have a family of your own, then it seems like after this month you're going to jump into trying to find one, and there is some caution in that, and that's not my responsibility to to really drill that caution, but just obviously be careful of who you know hang out with. But on your journey to find that, just make sure you're doing it for your highest good and that person has your best interest at heart, because you're done making those mistakes. You're done with the people that aren't worth your time. So you could form a new relationship just by jumping into one that is unexpected towards the end of May, possibly even June. Because you have missed the connection, the human connection maybe, and that's something very important to you possibly. So after you have this conflict resolution, you are more equipped to want to jump into something that is possibly on the romantic side if you're not already in a relationship like that. But you're also having somewhat of a sacred reunion with siblings or parents or other friends that are like family to you. So that's something to look at. Your reading it could go deeper, but I don't have the time for it right now. I'm already this video is already so long. All right, I'm pulling an oracle card, an oracle animal card for you. Sagittarius, the stag, pride and leadership. So yes, this is your animal energy for the month of May. The stag, we have pride, leadership, and it's also about showing your ability to overcome a harsh winter and your growth of many abilities. So from the crown chakra, right, comes that growth. And we have 17 here. So when you see 1 and 7 or 17, that could be a sign from the universe that you are going in the right direction. And it's also a time to ask yourself when you see those numbers, how am I feeling right now? Am I on the right path? Is this what I want to be doing right now? And that could be a helpful sign from the universe. So awesome. Okay, wrapping up Sag. All right, and moving on to Libra. Libra. May. What is May bringing Libra? We have 4 of Pentacles, first card out. And we have the Devil card, something latching on, something we're hanging on to or that's hanging on to us. And we have the Star card. So what are we hoping for? What is going to set us free? Okay, and we also have the Magician here. Lots of major arcana coming out. Libra. Okay, I guess that card wants to come out. Strength. Yes, the Leo card here. So we have Aquarius energy, Leo energy. Ooh, yeah. We have Capricorn energy. Libra, what's going on with us? Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising. Okay, we have 8 of Pentacles. And we have the World. So there's a lot going on here, Libra, but I'm going to just try to make it short. We do have something that we're really hanging on to, or something that we just can't let go of, and it's really just causing a lot of distress and discomfort and unnecessary pain. There's a sort of, the Magician and the Devil have come out in a couple readings, some of them together as well. But I'm getting the Magician with the Star here as a clarifier because I wanted to take a look at what we're hoping for, what we're wishing for, and what we're trying to manifest here. And the Magician came out, so we're really in control of our own journey here. And it seems like with the Aquarius energy coming out, there's also whether you're dealing with one or not, there's also an intellectual and substantially thrilling dynamic that you're having with someone. And it seems like this person knows all about you and you know all about this person, and there's some kind of like intertwined, like sensual, like passionate energy going on. And it seems like it's something you desire, but it's also like you're having to be careful of if you're being tricked or not, because this person can show you what you want to see, anything you want to see. They can show you, they can distract you, they can change your mind pretty easily. So if you're focusing on yourself and your work, then you will be okay. As long as your whole life is not focused on this person, then it will all work out, because you're getting your karmic energy back this month. You're getting the rewards of the hard work that you've put in for the past few months. You will be rewarded this month. And the Strength card is coming out because it is showing your ability to overcome these unfortunate circumstances. It could also be financially something that you're latching onto and not letting go of. It seems like maybe financially there was some sort of struggle or uncertainty. And in this time, it's, that's totally obviously a given, right? During what's going on right now. But your ability to compartmentalize these things is very impressive. And I know I'm a Libra rising, so I understand kind of where this whole thing is heading, but I want to make it clear that there's nothing that you're not downgrading. Everything that you're doing is uplifting, and it's sanctioned, and it's beautiful and powerful, and you're in control of it. Your body and your mind and everything that you can control, you are trying to do that. Everything in your power, which is your spiritual relationship with yourself and your emotions and the way that you take care of yourself and have self-care. Financially, if you're focusing on one thing at a time, if you focus on something that you know will offer financial gain, do that, because that focus will set you skyrocketing to a whole new level. And you are getting everything that you have hoped and desired and wished for and manifested. So if you've been manifesting, you're getting what you wanted. Just be careful of those overwhelming thoughts of pressure and, not being exactly where you want to be right now, whether that's financially or in your status, because your status is not the most important thing right now. And you're getting what you want out of this in the end, but there could be some sort of struggle that you have to deal with this month. But it doesn't look like it's like the end of the world. It's just something you have to deal with. And especially if there's a person in your life that is good at distracting you, and if there's things that are good at distracting you, then make sure you just take a look at that and ask yourself, like, is this what I want right now? Is this where I want to be right now? Is this person or is this thing taking me away from what I need to do to make my life better and have more financial gain or emotional gain. Okay, I'm pulling a oracle animal card for you. The cat, independence and healthy boundaries. So that's an important lesson here for you, Libra. The cat, independence and healthy boundaries. So when to, like I was saying, when to ask yourself, is this person distracting me? Is this person or thing doing, are they crossing boundaries, right? Are they crossing limits? And really setting that time aside to meditate on it and ask yourself. And also the number 18 is coming out with the cat. So when you see that number, you can ask yourself, how am I feeling right now? Is this where I want to be right now? And also could be a sign that you're going in the right direction. So really pay attention to 1s, 8s, and 18. Okay, Libra? Woo, there's a bigger, deeper reading in there, but we don't have the time for that. And moving on to Capricorn. Capricorn, what's coming out for May for you guys? You guys were coming out in a lot of other people's readings, so there could be a lot of crossover here, but Capricorn, let's see what's happening with you for May. And yes, we have 3 of Wands, first card out. Stepping out of your comfort zone, getting out of your own way. Something happening. Temperance. So here's some of that crossover happening. Sagittarius card here. All right, Capricorn, what's going on? You guys are also like very energetic this month. Kind of all over the place here. And Page of Wands, okay, so far. And Capricorn, Ace of Cups. So there is a new emotional piece that is going to come over you for some reason. Okay, the Fool here is coming out. So you are taking a step in the right direction, it looks like. Capricorn, it looks like you're going into a new relationship, or you're going into an old relationship that can feel new again. And this can be a romantic relationship or a relationship with family or friends. But it feels like you're taking a step out of your comfort zone, finding a way to balance your emotions and their emotions and figuring out that whole dynamic. Page of Wands is also coming out, so learning to communicate with them is a big deal here. Learning to communicate with them, also like understanding what they're talking about, because what they're talking about could be very confusing. There's Aquarius energy, there's Sagittarius energy, there's also Pisces and Cancer energy here. Yeah. And Aries. But anyway, the Fool is showing that you are possibly jumping into something that you are uncomfortable with, or stepping out of your comfort zone, and you just have to do it and see what happens. And sometimes, you guys are actually good at that, taking a risk. It's something you may have to do in order to grow and develop emotionally, because you have some water coming out here, and you do have a new emotional peace or love or bliss that you're trying to find. And it seems like you're doing all the right things. You're being handed this new opportunity of peace and love and bliss, but you do have to step out of your comfort zone in order to journey into that. And you can't overthink it, and you can't sit there and analyze it and go over it 100 times, because then you'll just never do it, and it'll be this whole thing and you'll regret it and blah blah blah. The Page of Wands is also showing me that you're at that base level of learning to ride the wave of your passions and what brings you joy, what sparks your soul and your spirit. You're at the bottom of the mountain and you're going to climb to the top, but right now you're just at the beginning of that, and you're just at the beginning of taking that step off the mountain, or off the cliff, in order to climb up the mountain. But if any of that makes sense, the Fool's jumping off the cliff, the Page of Wands is waiting to climb up the mountain. Okay, anyway, you get what I'm saying. Taking that first step is the most important thing here. But you do have so much peace and sort of a sanctuary type of feeling that you're heading towards. Self-love, inner peace, joy, acceptance, and the Magician also on the bottom of the deck. So the Magician has come out for a few readings as well. But it's also just making sure you're not distracted by certain things in life that could distract you, certain pleasures in life that, or certain people that could be distracting you for not your highest good. So just ask yourself, am I being played with? Am I being tricked? Am I being, toyed with emotionally in order to distract me from my spiritual growth? Capricorn. There's a lot of positive, beautiful sunshine energy coming out, and I'm just really happy to see that, because you guys deserve it. And your month looks like this. Looks like the Ace of Cups. It looks like love and a journey of inner peace. So I'm happy to see that. All right, I'm going to pull an Oracle animal card here for you. The eagle. Spirit, integrity, connection to the angelic realm. Yes, the eagle. So that is your Spirit Oracle animal card this month. Really taking into account what I was saying earlier about finding your spiritual spark in that energy and being connected to what makes you thrilled, what sparks your joy. And this is the number 9. The eagle is the number 9. So when you see 9s, just know that that could be a sign from the universe that you are wrapping certain things up in order to head to your final destination. And also ask yourself, when you see 9s, how am I feeling right now? Am I on the right path? Should I be doing this? And it could be a sign from the universe that you just need to evaluate certain things. So I love that for you, Capricorn. Really a lot of emotional and spiritual joy coming your way, and I'm really happy to see that. You deserve it, Capricorn. So thank you guys so much for watching, and if you'd like to subscribe, that would be wonderful. And if you'd like to follow me on Instagram, everything is linked down below. Bye.